Welcome back to another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. It's me and Bob, Jared. That's right, it's just me. My name's me. Um, my name is not Mookie Betts, though. His ass is gone
Yep.
out of Boston. Um, everyone. So I know that a lot of people that listen to the show do live in the New England area, but we also do have some people that live obviously not in New England, and therefore probably aren't Red Sox fans. And before I give my opinion on it, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you go.
Well, so the big thing with Mookie Betts that some people don't realize is that the Red Sox ownership wants to cut payroll,
Right.
and part of cutting payroll is not paying someone $40 million a year.
Correct.
So, in order to not pay someone $40 million a year, you have to trade them while you can.
Right.
Now, they missed an opportunity earlier, probably to get something better.
Right.
But in order to accomplish what they want to accomplish, they had to do what they did. Fair, right?
Yep. Makes sense.
Okay. If you are unhappy with the trade, you need to be unhappy with the ownership's plan.
Right.
Because given the plan, you got what you got. I mean, everyone knows that he's going to be a free agent. Everyone knows he's not signing. So he's a one-year rental.
Yep.
Before he is a huge dollar amount on that salary cap.
Yeah.
So people who are pissed about the return, okay, then I guess you just want them to get nothing. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
You wanted to get nothing.
Yep.
You still wanted David Price on this roster.
Yep.
That's what you're telling me. If you don't think they got enough in the trade.
Yeah. I mean. So
if you're that pissed about the trade, you need to change your mindset to you need to be pissed about ownership. Now wanting to cut payroll.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now wanting to get below the tax. And now not wanting to pay a superstar.
Right, because their whole thing is that they've been spending over the luxury tax and all this shit.
And don't come at me with the lost draft picks.
As if they can't afford it.
No, and it's like, oh, we're going to start losing draft picks because they've been over so long. Who gives a fuck?
Right?
MLB draft picks?
Yeah.
Only.
Yeah, there's like 77 rounds.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. That bullshit.
That's the thing. Is like I asked the kid, I was like, who was drafted 18th overall last year?
Yeah.
Well, I have no clue.
Right. Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Right. Because baseball is a weird sport, like kind of like hockey, where like they draft kids like super young.
Yep.
So you don't see them for like 4 or 5 years.
No, you usually see the top 5 pretty quick.
Yeah.
They're usually the only ones that end up being good, and then the rest of the first round might be third liners, and then after that, it's diamonds in the rough.
Right. So, my whole thought on this Mookie Betts thing is, well, number one, it's baseball.
So who gives a fuck?
I don't give a fuck about baseball. Number two, everyone that's going on in Boston, like, oh, Mookie Betts, oh, he's the second best player in the MLB, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? How well did he play in the playoffs the other year?
How well has he played in the playoffs ever?
Exactly. Terrible, actually, to answer my own question.
Yep, that year they lost to the Astros. They were horrible.
He's A-Rod. He is A-Rod. He puts up great regular season stats, and then in the postseason, he disappears. He turns into a fucking puddle. I saw on Felger and Maz the other day, they were doing a bunch of like stats, pulling them up on the TV, and he is. So admittedly, he is second in the league in WAR, which is a stupid fucking nerd stat that wins above replacement. Like baseball. One of the reasons why baseball is going to completely fall apart and just disappear is because the fucking nerds took over the sport. And now it's like, oh, well, yeah, no, it's all about sabermetrics. And yeah, so we got this guy, and he's going to hit against every lefty, but only on Tuesdays. and no day games. He
It's
can't
like
play in day
it's like
games.
gambling trends.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, you guys? Just let them fucking play. So anyway, whatever. That's
All they're doing is finding gambling trends.
So I hate sabermetrics as it is, but so Mookie Betts was ranked number 2 in WAR, and it was something like Mike Trout was number 1 at 25.1. Let's call it. Mookie Betts was second at like 24.4, and then the guy in third place was like 19.8. So there was a significant drop off after those two. However, when they started looking at like OPS and like, you know, the stats that they've used in baseball for the last 100 plus years before sabermetrics became a thing 10, 15 years ago, he's a top 10 player, but that's it. He's top 10. So like one of them, I think he's like 9th. There was another one, I think he might have been like 5th or 6th. So like, he's good. I'm not saying that Mookie Betts sucks, but I also don't really care a ton that he's gone. And you want to talk about
big because it's baseball. But.
You want to talk about insufferable Boston sports fans. There are people comparing Mookie Betts to Babe Ruth.
Yep.
They're like, yeah, the same thing happened to Babe Ruth back in 1920. He got traded because he wanted more money. Mookie's going to be the next Babe Ruth.
Yeah,
no,
so the next World Series win is 2104. Can I put in a future on that now?
Yeah. So, like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? Like, you could literally say that about anybody because it's 100 years apart. You got traded in 1920. Anybody that gets traded this year, yeah, 100 years ago, Babe Ruth got traded. It's just like this guy that got traded. Like, fuck off. That I don't care. Also, I mean,
Babe Ruth pitched and hit.
Yeah, it was a completely different
For
period.
a long time, he was the best baseball player ever.
Yes.
Mookie Betts is not the best ever.
No. So he's not even the best in the league right now. So, and I don't think he ever will be either, because as long as Mike Trout's in the league, he's going to be better than Mookie Betts.
Yep.
You know, I might even take Cody Bellinger over Betts. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, because they were doing a whole thing.
They're probably in the same group.
Yeah. I think that kid. Not that I follow baseball super closely, but I think that kid Ronald Acuna, in Atlanta, he's gonna be a fucking stud. I think he's like 22.
He's young.
He's super fucking young.
Let's put a future on him being the MVP next year.
Yeah, I'll fuck around with that.
Why not?
But
I am gonna talk a little bit about like gambling and stuff. We should do a baseball. Like, we should actually look into it and, like, do, like, a baseball thing without watching any games. We'll put in a bunch of futures and not watch one single game. We'll be like the guys who bet WNBA.
Yeah, no, I'm down. I'm down for that.
I'll just put in, like, a bunch of $10 futures.
Yeah. Fuck it. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Fuck it. Yeah. Again, don't really care.
No.
All these people but the people that are, like, outraged by it, and people are like, well, I'm not going to watch the Red Sox anymore. Good! Baseball sucks. Stop watching.
What?
Do something better with your time.
Here's my thing.
You have 5 hours to sit around and watch a shitty fucking game.
Even if you are a diehard Red Sox fan, you should be pissed at the ownership for what they want to do. How about no one fucking signed a closer last year? You are a baseball team.
Yeah.
And you didn't sign a fucking closer.
Yeah.
You had no closer in 2019.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Right.
You know what? We're not gonna have any starting pitchers. We're gonna be the Tampa Bay Rays. We're gonna pitch by committee, or we're just gonna have one big bullpen that's just gonna pitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I saw a list. I'm not gonna be able to remember all of them, but it was all the names to leave the team since winning the World Series, and it like started and it said like Dave Dombrowski, Alex Cora, Mookie Betts, David Price, Joe Kelly, Craig Kimbrell. There was one other guy in there too, Porcello.
Yep.
And there was probably like 10 or 11 names on the list, and then the bottom of the tweet said, "Yeah, and then people are going to be surprised when they suck this year." Like it's a complete botched of fucking ownership and everything, because that's where it starts at the end of the day.
Yeah, because ownership said we need to get under the luxury tax, and now it's like, okay. This is how we do it.
In a sport that doesn't have a real salary cap.
And it's the Boston Red Sox who have borderline unlimited money.
Right. They're concerned about getting under the fake salary cap.
It's not the Pittsburgh Pirates,
right.
Which their salary cap is hysterical.
Yeah.
It's like $40 million. their payroll is about $40 million. Like, they're going to get fined.
Yeah.
It's so low.
Well, like, and you can already see it. That's why they hired Chaim Bloom, who was the assistant GM for the Tampa Bay Rays. They want to be the Tampa Bay Rays.
Someone said that. I heard someone say that.
They want to have a payroll of like $110 million and like win 92 games a year, and be just competitive enough.
And if they put it together to win, then they win.
Yeah. Like that's what this fucking dick.
It's like the late 2000s, early 2010 Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah.
Good enough to get into the playoffs and lose.
Or
Houston Texans.
The good old Boston Bruins for a long time under Harry Sinden. We're going to be just good enough to keep people interested, but we're never going to spend a lot of money. But yeah, it's... Talk about a great way to get a city to go sour on you real quick. Which, honestly, it's really unfortunate because, again, as much as I don't really give a fuck about baseball, you can't really argue with the fact that the Red Sox have been the second best team in Boston in the last 2 decades. They've won more titles. They've won, what, 4?
Since when?
In the last 2 decades. This
so
run of Boston, the run of Boston sports. The Patriots have 6.
They have 4.
Red Sox have 4. Celtics, Bruins each have 1.
Yep.
So the Red Sox have been the second best franchise in Boston in the last 20 years. Now they're in for a downturn, which is also super unfortunate because the Patriots might be reaching the end of their reign, and Boston might start to fizzle out in the sports world.
That seems like a hot take.
Well, I'm not saying like this, like all of a sudden 2021, like all the teams are gonna suck, but the Red Sox aren't gonna be very good. So, how many games do you think they're gonna win this year?
Yes. This is what I want to get to. I was waiting for you to stop talking. So their over under is set at 85.5, which is down from 88,
right,
which was earlier in the week. So before the Betts trade, but after Cora,
right,
being out.
Right.
I don't know what they were before Cora got fired.
Okay.
I don't know if I care.
I'd imagine maybe like 90. How many did they win last year?
84.
Gross. So,
looking back, the only times they've been under 85.5 was last year, 2014, 2015, which was John Farrell.
Yeah.
2012, which was Bobby Valentine.
Good old Bobby V.
And then 2001. And I'm not going further back than that.
Nice. Yeah, no, keep it since 2000.
So the Bobby V year.
Yep.
Which was that also Carl Crawford and Adrian Gonzalez and all that?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. 2012 was also the year after Chicken and Beer.
Yes. Yeah, because the collapse was 2011.
Yep.
2014,
2015, honestly, dude, I don't think I was paying enough attention.
No,
I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, but I think it was just like the young guys.
Yeah, I think it was the ragtag group because that was 2013. They put together
they won
Johnny Gomes and all those fucking
Somehow.
assholes, and they caught lightning in a bottle.
Yep.
You know, that's essentially what happened. It was also the year of the marathon bombing, so they had that whole thing behind them the whole year.
Yeah, and then 14, 15, I think it was just the young guys. Like I think it was like Betts, Bogarts, Bradley, like those guys trying to find their footing somehow, some way.
Benintendi.
Yep. Then 2016 was the Price signing.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
They got Sale in 17? No, they got Sale in 18.
When they won.
Yeah. But either way, it's not very often. It's 4 times since 2001 that they've been under 85.5.
Right.
I also think, because again, so I'm going to use gambling lines as my background here. Mm-hmm. So they've got no manager.
Yeah, that's the best part.
They just lost their best player.
They still don't have a fucking manager on the team.
But Vegas says 85.5. What is the casual person going to do?
They're going to take the under.
Immediately.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, ha! It's a lock.
Yeah.
There's a reason it's 85.5.
Right.
And if they look at it the same way we look at it, I don't know, dude. They might win 86 games, like 88,
Yeah.
What I'm almost thinking is, if they lost Cora and Vegas put them at 88.
So you also have to remember too, we look at it like, oh yeah, 85, like yeah, that's kind of whatever. That's three games. That's over 3 games over 500.
4 games over 500. Yeah.
Like, do you think this team, as constituted, can be 4 games over 500?
I have arguments why.
Sure, yeah, why not?
So,
because they still have Chris Sale, who we don't know. He's coming off of injury, but he's fucking good.
I have reasons why. So last year,
he's really good.
Last year was 84 wins. So
yes.
If they win 2 more games than last year,
yeah,
they go over.
Right.
Betts obviously is a loss.
Yeah.
This team was horrendous last year.
They were so bad.
Like, each player, maybe outside of Bogarts, did not live up to what they need to be.
Right. Correct.
David Price is gone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He was in 22 starts. 22, remember that?
Yeah.
He had 12 decisions.
Wow.
So that's 10 that were left to the bullpen.
Yep.
Which was spin the wheel of gutless bums.
Yeah.
As Jim Murray would say.
Yeah.
So the bullpen's god awful.
Terrible.
And in 10 of his starts, the bullpen had to figure it out.
Yeah.
They probably lost every single one.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So David Price last year was 7.5, 4.28 ERA. You can find that anywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So David Price's departure, his WAR was 1.9.
Yeah.
You can find that anywhere.
Yeah.
So his departure does not matter. Probably actually helps team morale too, but I'm not going to put any actual...
What's he get, $30 million a year?
Yeah.
$30 million a year for a 1.9 WAR and a 7.5
4.28 ERA.
4.28 ERA. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
So that David Price
$30 million a year.
Gone. So he is inconsequential to the win total, I would say. Right. I've heard this before, and I've heard this with hockey as well. Mm-hmm. And there's no proof, there's no theory, there's
purely anecdotal.
There's no research.
Yeah.
People just have theorized that position players, hockey, baseball, do not play as well. Or, sorry, I will rephrase. They step up when a worse pitcher and or goalie are in.
Right.
Because they look at it like, oh, Tuukka's back there? We'll let him make some saves. It's like, oh, fuck, Anton Khudobin's back there.
Yeah.
Like, I need to be more, like, on point. Like, we might need to put more goals in. Like, we need to, like, whatever.
Right.
Baseball could be the exact same way.
Yeah.
Where if it's time to go, it's like, okay, Price is on the mound.
Yeah, that's the thing. Fuck, who was it? I can't remember. Maybe Porcello or Sale. Averaged like 2.5 runs of run support.
He got horrible run support.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah. Was it Sale?
Probably.
Yeah, I remember it was one of those guys. Even
it might have been Porcello the World Series year.
Okay.
Because he was getting nothing. I can't remember. It was one of the pitchers.
Yeah.
But it was one of them, and they're all Cy Young winners.
Yeah.
They were getting no run support.
Right.
Yet the 4th and 5th starters were getting plenty. Like Eduardo Rodriguez got plenty.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, that checks out.
Like that is a thing. Because it's hard to study motivation because you can't quote unquote prove it.
Right. It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to quantify it.
It's hard to go to a player and be like, hey, I noticed that Brian Johnson was pitching today. Did you maybe try harder today? No. I try just as hard every game.
Right.
It's hard to quantify that.
You also know with I'm assuming also for baseball, but I know for a fact with hockey and basketball that have half as many games as baseball, guys take nights off.
Yeah.
You're playing 82 games in hockey and basketball. Well, literally in basketball, guys get nights off now for load management reasons.
Yep.
But like guys in hockey, they still go out there and play, but you know they'll skate around, they'll go through the motions. You know, you're playing the fucking Arizona Coyotes, and you're like, I'm not gonna try that hard.
Yep.
You know, so it happens. Guys take nights off. So you're playing 162 games.
Yep.
You're gonna tell me that someone's gonna go out and play balls to the wall every single game for 162 games?
Nope.
No, because you know what happens? Because you know who kind of did that? Dustin Pedroia, and look where he's at now. His body is in shambles.
Yep.
And he's going to have to retire because he can't come back from his injuries because he's 5'7" and like 175 pounds and played balls to the wall every single night. And everyone was like, yeah, Petey, he plays hard. He's a great player. Yeah? Yeah? How's he doing now? It's awesome. Yeah, he played. Yeah, decent career. Not a Hall of Famer. You know, decent career. Good player.
Yep.
Now his body's broken. So how'd that work out for him? Maybe you should have taken a few more days off, pal.
Whatever. But also with that god-awful bullpen that lost so many games and whatever, Brustar Gratterall. He's coming over.
Who the fuck is that?
He is the guy that came from the Twins.
Okay.
So the Dodgers made a trade with the Twins to get this guy, and then they packaged this guy to come over.
Yeah, it was a 3-team trade.
So, in his career, 1-1, 4.66 ERA.
Awesome.
10 games, though.
Yep.
9.2 innings pitched.
So he's pitched one.
Not a lot, right?
One game, essentially.
And 9.2 innings pitched is... he's given up 2 runs in his career. That's the 4.66 ERA almost, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 runs. 9.2 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. This dude, like, allegedly throws 100. So...
oh, wow.
that worked out really well with Matt Barnes, I will say. But this dude, complete unknown.
Yeah.
So, he could be Rusney Castillo. He could be a perfectly fine closer.
Right.
I don't know. But that god-awful bullpen, this could help. So,
right.
If it doesn't work, at least they tried.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not giving out a participation trophy. Yeah, if the guy blows, it's hard, but you're taking a flyer on a prospect. That's all baseball trades are anyway.
Yeah, you have no idea.
We want young guys. Well, here is one.
Here's a bunch of young guys.
He throws fire, and in one season he has shown that he can strike people out.
That kid Verdugo is supposed to be pretty solid.
Which brings me to this guy.
Yeah.
So, stats, not awesome.
Yeah.
Also a very limited sample size. Because 343 at-bats in a year is, what, is it like 3/4 of the year he played, basically?
Roughly, probably, yeah.
Like, I think they usually get like 600. No,
I think
500 so. Or so.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. He hit 294. He knocked in 44. I mean, he's not a full-time player. 12 home runs, 44 RBIs. Like, I don't know, seems fine. But the part that I like about him, he looks like a nutcase. This guy looks like a fucking psycho. And I know he's like covered in tattoos and whatever, but he strikes me, and with this, I got nothing to prove this. He strikes me as one of those guys that's going to be a little bit of a prick, bring a little bit of an edge, and be like a moderately exciting person on the team.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if he can play. He's only 22 years old, so...
yeah.
He's not going to replace Betts, but, I mean, if his production can chip away at it...
right.
I think they can get 2 more wins than they got last year.
Yeah, I think this team is
the team could be
fine.
The team could be as bad as it was last year.
Yeah.
Which was fucking terrible. And just have the bullpen not fuck up 3 times.
Yeah.
And they exceed the win total.
Games. Yeah.
I mean, really, you're gonna tell me that the Boston Red Sox are gonna struggle to be 6 games over 500?
2 years in a row.
Yeah, last year they were 3 games over 500. They were so bad.
They were so bad.
They were so bad last year, and they won 84.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're gonna get it's almost like the Kyrie factor, which again you can't put you can't put metrics on this stuff.
Right.
But Kyrie was such a douchebag that he left, and the Celtics seem to be playing better. Are they a more talented team? No, but they should have more wins than they had last year.
Right.
So with this one, I don't know. You get rid of Price. You get Sale back to being healthy. Like, who knows? I don't know. I think
maybe some young guys get hot.
Maybe Bogart's kind of like
steps up. Now it's his team.
Benintendi might, God forbid if that guy could play, but he sucked last year too.
Yeah.
So
you got JD Martinez still.
Yep.
Who's an offensive stud.
Yep. So I mean, there are pieces there.
Yeah.
Eduardo Rodriguez looked good last year.
Mm-hmm.
You could find anyone to take the place of Price. I mean, they had to a bunch. He probably missed about 8 to 10 starts.
Yeah.
19 games back. That is so fucking bad. My lord. So, the only thing now from the gambling perspective, it's an even money bet. So it's kind of stupid because it's a season-long bet.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Put $50 on it? It's like a season-long bet, 50 to make 45.
Yeah.
Because it's regular odds.
I thought you meant even.
No, so it's regular odds, like, minus 110.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, that is kind of.
It kind of sucks. It's like the same thing why I didn't take that future with the Cleveland Browns. It's like, honestly, how much money was I going to put on minus 130?
Right.
For their under? It's like, it's not even worth it.
Right.
Even $100.
Yeah.
I'm going to put $100 on this fucking team.
Yeah.
As I just like pop them up.
You're right.
No way.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Fuck the Red Sox. They suck. I hope they suck this year too. But yeah, that's I don't know. Fuck them. Are you good with baseball talk?
Oh yeah. That's more baseball talk than this show should ever have.
Yeah, we're good for the rest of the year now. So we had a Super Bowl on Sunday.
Yep.
And it was quite the game.
It was a game.
It ended up not going the way I wanted it to. Well, half of it. I hit the under.
Yeah, I did too. So I know we talked about. I didn't go like all in on the 49. Like I took them on the money line, lost.
Yep.
Took the under. I didn't take their team total. I didn't take Garoppolo. I didn't take like any weird props. So I didn't do that like I said I might.
I cleaned up on the prop betting. I hit.
Oh yeah, you got the Gatorade thing, dude. In the preview, you were all over purple.
I hit Demi Lovato wearing pants. I bet that.
Yep.
I hit the over 5 tackles for Tyrann Mathieu. Shout out to the Honey Badger. Honey Badger don't care.
Yep.
The only one I missed on was Kyle Juszczyk. I had
a carry.
Over half a carry. That motherfucker caught like 4 passes and had a touchdown. Did he have 2 touchdowns?
He might have. I forget.
Motherfucker caught like 3 or 4 passes and 1 or 2 touchdowns. He didn't have one single fucking carry in the game. So I lost that one. And then I fucking nailed the Gatorade. That's 2 years in a row. So I know in the preview show I was all over purple, and I had said it was purple. It's going to be purple because it was the long shot. I think it was 12-1 when I had looked at it. But when I looked at it, it was before Kobe's helicopter went down and he died. So that week, everyone was saying, as a tribute to Kobe Bryant, the Gatorade was going to be purple. So then it went from 12-1 to minus 120.
Yep.
So, or minus 125 or something when I actually went in to try and bet it. And I was like, dude, fuck that. And I was like, even if it is purple, I'm not betting on purple because that's a horrible return. So I'm looking at them and I'm like, let me see. And I was like, I doubt it's going to be purple. And then I looked and I was like, it was blue last year. Yellow is the second favorite, but I feel like not a lot of people drink yellow Gatorade. I feel like I'm the only one. And I was like, you know what? I think it's going to be orange. Like, I bet you it's going to be fucking orange. So I bet it. And I fucking nailed it.
Yep.
I think it was...
Should have been plus 400.
Plus, yeah. I was going to say 450.
Okay. It could have been on yours.
It was right around 400, 450. So I fucking crushed. That's 2 years in a row. I nailed the blue Gatorade last year, and I got the orange Gatorade this year. So I'm 2 for 2 on Gatorade. So, you know.
It's kind of unfortunate that we couldn't bet the over in Rhode Island on the national anthem. Because with how many people were breaking it down and how many people were saying over, I'm like, it can't.
It's got to go under. And it did. It was a minute and 49 seconds.
Yep.
That's lower than the average.
Average is 154.
Yeah. And that's 6 seconds shorter than the average.
And she hung on to Brave for 5.5. So she hung
Brave for 6 seconds.
I can't believe we're fucking analyzing
this.
Oh yeah. She held that for 6 seconds, so that overhit.
Yep.
But under on the entire thing. And right off the bat, I'm like, oh man, she's flying. Let's do this.
Yeah, she was fucking cruising.
So
the other than that, yeah, game was okay, whatever. It kind of sucks. Was rooting for the Niners. They didn't pull it off. Fuck the Chiefs. Chiefs suck a dick. But the one thing the last thing I'm going to say about the fucking shitty Chiefs is today was their parade.
Yeah.
Did you catch?
I saw the car crash.
There was like nobody at that parade. There were like at different spots. They like have a video of like someone throwing a beer to Pat Mahomes, and Pat Mahomes catches it, cracks it, chugs it, and you can see like the they're not stanchions, but like the metal barriers behind like the route. There was nobody. Like I'm not bullshitting you. There was nobody there. So like in that section, there was in the frame of that their duck boat, whatever the fuck they used. I'm not exaggerating. There might have been 12 people in the crowd in that frame. Like what? So then I see, shout out to Nikos, friend of the show. He starts tweeting about it and says all this shit like there might be, because I think he watched the actual parade, and he goes, dude, there might be top 6,000 people at this thing. So now I get curious. So I Google, Kansas City Chiefs parade and like people. The Washington Post wrote up a thing and said that there was under 1 million people at this parade today. Under 1 million people at this parade today.
That's anywhere from 1.
It's been
to 999.
50 years.
999.
50 years since Kansas City has won a Super Bowl. Or has even been in the Super Bowl, right? Did they win in 1970?
They won in 1969.
Okay, yeah. So it's been 50 fucking years since they've won a Super Bowl. They have under 1 million people that go to their parade. Boston, for reference, because I wanted to make sure I got my numbers right, I looked it up. We've had 12 parades in the last 20 years. They've all been in the millions. The Red Sox parade in 2004 was 3.2 million people were there. The Bruins was, I think the Bruins was the biggest one. I think it was 3.5.
It was a Saturday.
Because it was a Saturday. 3.5 million people came to the Bruins parade.
Dude, there's no one at this thing.
The latest, so the most recent parade in 2018, I'm pretty sure had 2 million people at it. So like our 6th Patriots parade and our 12th parade in 20 years, we had 2 million people. Kansas City has their first championship celebration in 50 fucking years. They didn't even crack 1 million. They got great fans.
Good.
There's people like
they pull
last year. It was the 6th time we've had a Patriots parade and a 12th time total there was a parade in this city. People were calling out of work fucking days in advance. Still. 2 million fucking people were there. The year, what was the year? Was it the Atlanta Super Bowl? Where there was a massive snowstorm?
I could not tell you. You know what? It was probably 2014.
The entire city of Boston was closed. Like, schools were closed. Everything was closed. Because they couldn't plow. You goddamn believe they plowed the fucking parade route, and everyone was there hanging out on fucking snowbanks as the duck boats went by.
That was 2015.
That was fucking that was bananas. I bet you that one was pretty big. That was probably over 2 million.
Because everyone had the day off.
Everyone had the day off because we got fucking hammered. Yeah, that was the year. That was the year we got like 7,000 fucking feet of snow in February. We got a blizzard every weekend the entire month of February.
I didn't work on Monday. For the 8 or 9 weeks in January, February.
Yeah.
I don't think I worked.
Yeah.
More than... Because actually, it started after the AFC Championship, so it's late January.
Right.
I just did not work on Monday for like months.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Until March.
It was amazing. All my Monday classes were canceled. So that's the shit that like Boston does. Like, everyone shows up, they plow the fucking parade route, but they don't plow any other streets in the city. And they have their fucking parade.
Well, I'd also be curious to know like how the Washington ones have gone between the Caps and the Nats.
Right.
I don't know, but DC is... So, my only thing that I'm thinking with Missouri... So, Kansas City pulls obviously on Missouri, but they also pull on Kansas.
Yeah.
Because it's right on the border.
Well, didn't you know Kansas City represents the fine state of Kansas?
There is a Kansas City in Kansas.
I know. Did you hear about the Trump tweet?
Yes. So it pulls... Really, Kansas City pulls on both states, but the states like... Does anyone live there? And it's like all spread out and shit.
Yeah,
like,
shit is a lot more spread out. I'll give you that, but still.
But people from fucking fuck Maine show up to Boston.
You would think if you're waiting 50 years and you won a Super Bowl, like that's
maybe
special.
They have choring to do.
Yeah, you gotta do some choring. But like, goddamn, man, it really kind of makes you like appreciate how great Boston is and how Boston fans are fucking nuts. They're just fucking wild.
That's what I mean, like, we do have a good fan base here.
Yeah.
And it's a pro sports city, it's not college. Dude, honestly, in Missouri and Kansas, they probably like the fucking... I bet you
Mizzou.
if the Kansas fucking Jayhawks won,
yeah,
they would have more people than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah. You know what? I believe that.
And I have to hear all this Chiefs Kingdom bullshit.
Yeah.
Chiefs Kingdom is like 100,000 people.
Right. Yeah, it's less than 1 million.
Anywhere less than 1 million. I love that. Less than 1 million.
Yeah.
Could be fucking 4 people there.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but there's a picture of them outside what I assume is Kansas City Hall.
Right. They're like government center.
It's like... No one there.
Right. There's not a lot of people there.
No, like the streets are filled for fucking...
Yeah.
Boston.
Yeah. And like everywhere. The entire route is 30 people deep.
Man.
So
that's the thing is like I would never even imagine going to a weekday parade these days, mostly because I'm employed, but
yeah,
it's like it's fucking amateur hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people go.
Right. So fuck Kansas City. And
well, it snows different there, they parade different there, like
yeah. I don't think there's I'll give you New York. But outside of Boston and New York, Philly. But Philly fans are just fucking assholes and dickheads. But I feel like it's just Boston and New York when it comes to like good fan bases for teams throughout the country.
It's No, that's not exactly fair. Because it depends on what you...
Like, no one in LA gives a fuck about any of the LA sports.
No, they don't. Yeah, because...
So I'm talking like across sports too, because you could make the argument like in hockey, Detroit, phenomenal hockey city. But Detroit as a sports city, not that great.
I don't know, dude. People like those Lions, and they suck.
Yeah.
They fucking blow.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
They have sucked since the 50s.
They've been so bad.
They've never even been
No, they've
to a
never
Super
been
Bowl.
to a Super Bowl. I saw.
I don't even know when the last time they. I don't even
Do
know
you
if they've been to
remember-
an NFC Championship game.
Do you remember when they had the little kids run out on the field and like there were 32 kids, one wearing every jersey for a team? There was someone took that video and turned it and clipped it and turned it into a meme and put the caption on the bottom and said, "This is the first time a Detroit Lions jersey has ever been on the field at a Super Bowl."
Yeah.
On the back of an 8-year-old.
Yeah. Dude, same with the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I think New York and Boston are the top sports fan cities for the best fans.
Yeah, so Philly fans care, but they are just dickheads.
That's what I mean.
I just looked up DC, and even their thing was like, 1,000 show up for the parade. It's like,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. No.
I know DC's small.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, you get, if we're talking pro sports across all sports, so like the thing is, like Alabama fans,
Right.
they're probably significantly better than even, work with me, but like Mets fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or like Islander fans.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, that's fair.
But like the Nashville Predators, like they fucking really like the Predators.
They
down there.
love the fucking Predators.
Way more than the Titans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's hard to say because it's got to be a pro sports city, and there's not pro sports cities throughout the state or country.
Yeah.
And by saying it's like, oh well, there are no pro sports down south, or like it's not as big, doesn't diminish how fucking crazy some of those people are. Like Duke fans.
Oh yeah.
But like no one cares about the Panthers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no one cares about Duke fans outside of Duke fans.
That part's true too. But yeah, so
So how many states did we just offend?
all of them.
Okay.
We got a lot of listeners in Michigan though, so shout out to you guys. Like I said, you guys, great Detroit, great hockey town. Not so
Actually, so I guess if we had to say amongst pro and college sports,
yeah,
they might have it.
Michigan.
Because people care about Michigan and Michigan State.
Yeah, they got the biggest stadium in the country.
Yep.
The big house.
And it's not the same as like Minnesota.
Is it still the biggest? It's bigger than Jerry World, right?
Way there.
Okay.
Way
Because
there.
it holds what, like 110,000 people?
Something like that.
Something fucking absurd, and they fill it. They go standing room only.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
They have over 110,000 people.
Yeah, dude. The college stadium.
They probably have more people at a Michigan State game than were at the Kansas City Chiefs parade today.
Maybe. I mean, I saw the
or
thing.
like,
It wasn't
or
that
like
many people.
Michigan. I don't know what's some other shitty Big Ten team. Fucking
Oh, you
Iowa.
want a shit one?
Iowa.
Northwestern.
Yeah. There's more people that show up to that game.
Michigan's
than
playing
show up for
Rutgers
the-
today.
Yeah. But yeah. So, in other news, other current events, the President Trump was acquitted.
Oh, he was acquitted?
Of his impeachment.
Oh, so it's not like void the term and all that crap?
Well,
Wait. Oh, let's go.
officially, according to Jones, now Jones, if you're listening right now, feel free to reach out to me and correct me if I am being an idiot,
When I'm being an idiot.
which is like 99%.
100% possible.
Yeah.
Never been more sure of anything in my entire life.
He was acquitted. No, I'm sorry. He was impeached
Yes.
by the House.
Yes.
When the Senate heard it, they acquitted him.
Okay.
So he was still impeached.
Yes.
So this goes down in history as Donald Trump is officially impeached.
He's the third.
Yes. But he was not removed from office and or power. I don't know what the correct term is.
Okay.
I believe that is the scenario that needed to happen
Oh, that's it?
to void the thing.
It can't be that
term.
easy.
So I also did read this the other day on Monday because I was bored, and turns out that he can't actually do this. So as much as well, according to the one thing that I read, it was an article that talked about the 22nd Amendment. So the 22nd Amendment is the part of it that says that presidents can only hold 2 terms. It's what they put in after FDR during Truman's presidency. And there is nothing in the language of the 22nd Amendment that states if a president is impeached but not removed, that term becomes void. That's like that's just like an interpretation, I guess, that people have taken some liberties while reading the Constitution. And also because Trump is conservative and has appointed a bunch of conservative judges to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ultimately is the ones that have to decide whether or not he can run for a 3rd term, because they would determine it unconstitutional and they can block it. So it's most likely that the conservative judges on the panel vote to uphold the 22nd Amendment and read it how it is legitimately written. Because that's the big thing. That's the big debate between conservative and liberals on the Supreme Court. The liberals are more likely to use, hey, ready for this? A liberal interpretation of the Constitution, where the conservatives are more likely to use the literal interpretation of the Constitution. So it is highly unlikely. However, there is a caveat there. Now, this wasn't in the article, but this is my own theory. So, don't quite get your tinfoil hats yet, but, get them ready. If Donald Trump is able to appoint one more Supreme Justice during his term, also assuming he wins in November, which I think he's probably going to, that's another 4 years. RBG ain't making it another 5 years, guys. I'm sorry. She's on her way out. If he wins, he's going to get another one. So, that would mean he would have appointed 4, if I'm not mistaken, Supreme Court judges to the panel. And, he's an old school New York businessman. If he wanted to run for a 3rd term and claim that his 1st term was null and void because of the impeachment, I'm sure he could pick up the phone and call those judges that he put in place and say, I put you on that bench. Now it's time for you to return the favor.
Time for a vote.
When I apply to run for a 3rd term, this is how you're going to interpret the 22nd Amendment. That would be epic.
Yeah, it seems, I just did a quick Google while you were talking.
Yeah.
It seems unlikely.
That's what I mean.
Highly.
It is highly, highly unlikely. Yes. And like I said, especially with the potential majority of conservatives on the Supreme Court. Like I said, they're more likely to interpret it literally. That every president is only allowed 2 terms, that's it.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's enough in there to say, like, hey, you get impeached, your 1st term's nullified.
Right.
It might not be there.
Right. It would take a lot of craftiness. So, but hashtag 8 more years. Let's fucking go.
It's funny. I said that at the gym one day. People were talking about it, and I knew exactly what was happening. I'm like, oh yeah, did you guys hear that? There's like a loophole out there where if things go a certain way, and I don't know what they are, so don't ask me.
Yeah.
That he could get a 3rd term. Ha! Moving to Canada.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Go for it. Do it.
Go to Letterkenny, Ontario. Let me know how it is.
Yeah. Also, hey, by the way, where are all those people that were saying they were going to move out of the country when he won in 2016?
Oh, they're still here.
Exactly.
Yep.
You're a huge fucking pussy.
Yep. Still
Grow the fuck up. I'll move to Canada. I saw this really funny video today on Instagram. It was a bunch of people on a college campus holding Trump signs and like celebrating whatever. And there was this kid who, let's see, how fucked up and mean do I want to be right now? A kid who looked like he could probably be a school shooter.
Okay.
Was standing in front of the group and screaming at them, I want to slash all Republicans' throats, and saying like, I'm gonna slash your throat, I fucking hate Republicans, I'm gonna kill them all, whatever, and then like runs away like very unathletically, so which should be no surprise to anybody. Holy shit, dude. Like, these people are fucking wild. And it was actually, shout out to Sexy Chris if he's listening right now, it was DC Drano was the guy on Instagram that posted it. He's the guy that we had talked about before previously, that I don't necessarily always agree with everything he posts, but sometimes he posts some good shit, and this was some good shit. This was funny. But his caption on it was like, something along the lines of, what happened to the Liberal Party being the one that like was all inclusive and like loving people. Like this one kid is literally screaming, I fucking hate Republicans, I'm gonna slash every Republican's throat. On a college campus. And then running away. Running like the Joker. Running like Joaquin Phoenix in the Joker.
He's got fucking punches
yeah,
on.
yeah. I was like, wow, that's interesting. But these are the people. These are the same people that stand there and say, we need to include everybody. We're all equal, men and women. We need to make equal pay, end the gender pay gap, which is fake. And this is this. And then they're out here, like, flipping the fuck out over, like, little shit. Like, screaming. Like, I don't know. Hypocrisy, man. I say it all the time. It drives me fucking nuts.
You know how much easier it is to just not follow politics?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say I try not to, but I always get sucked in.
Yeah. You do.
And we have the show.
Well, I mean,
I need something for the show.
Yeah, you keep me updated.
We can't just sit here and fucking, I don't know, talk about, like, the wax on the floor.
The win total.
Yeah, yeah. We're not good enough gamblers to have just strictly gambling podcasts.
No, we'd have to win.
Yeah, although I am betting very well and winning in college basketball. And by I
mean Ian McMillan.
Ian McMillan.
Ian with two eyes.
Shout out to Ian McMillan from Odds Shark. Follow him on Twitter. I've been following all of his college basketball picks so far the last couple weeks. I think he's picking at like 60% right now. So, yeah, that means I've been picking at 60% as well. I've been doing very well. Sudden influx of units in the last couple weeks between college basketball and the Super Bowl. So it's nice to not be a huge fucking loser for once.
You are a huge loser, though.
Yeah.
Just because you tailed someone's picks doesn't mean you know what's going on.
So speaking of like that whole like bullshit like women thing, that just popped into my mind.
Are women bullshit?
No. What I was saying before. I mean, I guess they're necessary. But so UN Women tweeted the other day, and it's another one of these like word things where like you can't say words now. So
which word can I not say?
There's a couple of them.
Oh, is this the tweet where it was like,
it's
not chairman, it's
Yep.
chairperson?
Yeah. So before each word is going to be either an X or a check mark. So the first word has an X. The second one is the one you're supposed to say. So you're not supposed to say mankind. You're supposed to say humankind. What about the wrestler? Can I not call him mankind anymore?
I guess you can call him Dude Love or Mick Foley.
Yeah. Or Coyote Jack. Wasn't that one of them?
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack. Yeah, that's
Come
what it was.
on.
I don't know. I'm fucked up. You're not supposed to say chairman. You're supposed to say chair. That's fucking stupid. At least say chairperson. You're a fucking idiot. You're not supposed to say congressman. You're supposed to say legislator. Get fucked. You're a congresswoman.
That's what I thought.
If you're a man, you're a congressman. If you're a woman, you're a congresswoman. It's pretty straightforward to me. I don't know.
Or representative.
Yeah, whatever.
Senator.
No. Because you're not supposed to say businessman. That's the next one. You're supposed to say representative. That one doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, that's fucking stupid.
I will also say like businessman.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. So I'm actually good.
Yeah.
With not using the word, but I would also use the word in the sense of, are we talking about a business owner? Are we talking about an entrepreneur? Are we talking? What are we talking?
Right.
Oh, he's a businessman. Are you telling me he's in the mob and
yeah.
he wins a lot on the lottery. No, he kills people for money and buys lottery tickets.
Right. So you're also not supposed to say policeman. You're supposed to say police officer. I mean, I always thought police officer was like the term anyway. I don't know how many people say
police. I don't know if anyone over the age of 8 says that.
Policeman. Where's the policeman? No, it's or the cop.
Cop.
Where the cop's at? You can't. You can't say landlord anymore. You have to say owner. How is that any better? How is saying owner better than landlord?
Landlord's also not cause it's not a gender thing.
Yeah, no, this is apparently we're going back to slavery.
Because I've had female landlords.
Because you can't have a list of everything about women tweeted by UN women and not include racism in there. Because you always have to pull the racism.
But that's the thing is like, so if it's coming from a woman's thing, I've had female landlords before.
Yeah. Oh, is it because the word lord is male?
Was it supposed to be a landlady?
I thought they were invoking racism. Like slavery.
One of my landlords was female before.
Yeah. So were you supposed to say landlass? That's stupid.
Landlady.
A landlady. I get a landline. Can we get a landline?
I got a fucking gun to swallow.
That's fucking stupid. Either way, landlord, owner. Fuck off.
Yep,
it's my landlord. Yeah, it's my female landlord. Fuck off. And you're not supposed to say boyfriend/girlfriend anymore. You're supposed to say partner.
No, I hate that shit.
Yeah, no, you get fucked.
I hate
because
that
that's
shit.
Confusing. I don't like when people refer to it as partner because I'm like, so are you gay or are you not gay?
And then it's like partner. It's like,
what does that mean? You're being very confusing.
Are you guys dating or are you just fucking at this point? Like
right.
I don't get it. Partner's too confusing.
Right. Yeah. Because for the longest time, like people that were gay or lesbian or whatever the fuck, purple, queer, bi, TAQIP, whatever, they always have said partner. So that's like when someone says, "Oh, my partner," I immediately am like, "Oh, you're gay. Okay, no big deal." Like, but it's because I don't care. Like, it's not a big fucking deal. But that's the association that word makes in my brain.
It's actually also a way for someone to say like, you know, I'm gay without having to be like,
right.
Hey, what's your name? Oh, my name's Chris, and by the way, I'm gay.
Yeah, by the way, I'm gay. Yeah, it's like, no. So you tell
like,
a story.
I don't care that you're gay.
Yeah, where it's like. You go and you're like, oh, what'd you do this weekend? If you're working with a client or whatever, and they're like, oh, me and my partner went to fucking skiing or something. Cool. I'd be like, all right, cool, man. What's his name? Like, that's a legitimate question. I like just to have a question, like have a conversation, and like that's the way to kind of drop it without being like, oh, by the way, I'm gay, I'm a big gay man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, UN women, you guys fuck yourself. You're stupid. I don't like you. I like regular women. I don't like UN women. They are unwomen.
Oh. Wow.
They are unwomen. Yeah.
Wow, it's too bad.
Yeah.
Tough shake.
You want to start wrapping this bitch up?
We can wrap this up.
Alright. You got a final thought?
Yeah.
What you got?
Why should I care that Nancy Pelosi ripped up the State of the Union or whatever the fuck she ripped up?
Oh, shit.
It looked like a fucking program, but...
Yeah.
Why did she have the why did she have the speech?
Yeah. I don't know.
And I don't think it was. Like, so this is... Okay, I've only seen the Twitter replay of her ripping up 2 pieces of paper.
Yeah.
So, Why does she just have a copy of the speech? Like, does everyone get a copy of the speech?
Right. And why does it matter that she rips it up?
Well,
if anything, I think it makes her look very childish.
Yes, that's what a lot of people said on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this makes her look like an idiot.
Yeah, because I would imagine she was like, I'm going to be the champion. Everyone's going to get behind me. I'm going to stand in front of the camera and I'm going to rip and everyone's going to say, Yahoo, fuck Trump. And I think it backfired. I mean,
It did.
And it's like, you're one of the people that's supposed to be in charge of the country. You're acting like a 7-year-old.
Yep.
Maybe you should grow the fuck up.
She's old as fuck too, isn't she?
Yeah, she's like 9,000 years old. She's like as old as fucking Yoda. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. She's been around for like 8 eons.
Yeah.
Like,
Not even measuring in years anymore.
Yeah. How many stone is that? Like, she's old as fucking dirt. She can barely keep her teeth in her mouth. Like,
Who is she?
she's the Speaker of the House.
They're like the king of the House of Representatives?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, the Vice President is the king of the Senate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it's like that whole, like, pecking order thing, like, if the president dies.
Yeah. Yep.
So who's better? Wait, so it goes vice president. So vice president is the king of the Senate?
Yes.
So the Senate's more badass than the reps?
Yes. There's less of them. There's only 50.
That I knew.
There's only
102.
100. Yeah.
Isn't there 102? 2 from Washington, D.C.?
I think it's just 100. Because DC's not a state.
I know, but I thought they got 2 representatives. 2 senators.
No, because one of the votes I saw was 53 to 47. That's 100.
They get representatives then.
Yeah, that
If
might
they
be.
don't get senators, they
That
get
might be
reps.
it. Yeah.
They get one. Well, I thought they had both, but
Yeah.
you know what they should do? Give them one tiebreaker
Yeah, that's right.
instead of picking like the final spread or something.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
All right, so she's the Speaker of the House, which is only like kind of cool, but not really.
Yeah,
It's not
not
as cool as.
But then it gets really complicated because you have like the Senate Majority Leader and then the Minority Leader, and then you have like the House Whip, which is like a whole thing.
Walks in, hits Burning's pitch.
Yeah, we're back on baseball. But yeah, there's a lot of like random fucking titles that you have.
All right, so it's like a moderately thing, but not as cool as other titles.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Are they third?
In the pecking order?
Yeah, they third in the death order.
I think Secretary of State is third.
Oh.
I think he goes President, VP, Secretary of State, somebody else, and then it's the Secretary of Defense. I think it's 5th or 6th, maybe. Somewhere in there, the Postmaster General. I'm pretty sure the Postmaster General has a place on that list. I could have completely made that up, but I feel like that's a weird thing to make up. Which, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not weird, but...
Hold on. Shit. I would love to just see a list, but okay. So it goes Vice President, Speaker, President pro tempore, shrimp tempura. Okay, so the shrimp tempura of the Senate.
Tempura. Yep.
And then the eligible heads of federal executive departments. That's where the fucking the post office would be. But then in that line, it's Secretary of State is the first. So it really goes President, Vice President, Representative, Senate, and then it starts getting into the goofy shit.
Yeah.
So, current order. Oh, I found a list. So it goes Vice President, House of Representatives, President pro tempore of the Senate, Secretary of State, Secretary of Treasury, Defense, Attorney General, Secretary of the Interior, Secretary of Agriculture.
There's a good one.
Secretary of Commerce, Labor, Health and Human Sciences, Housing and Urban Development, Transportation, Energy, Education, Veterans Affairs, Homeland Security. You may have made up the Postmaster General.
Ah, shit. I liked it better when the Postmaster General was in line.
Or I don't know what year.
Yeah, back in 1797. The Postmaster General was like 12th. because they're actually like an important person.
Oh God. I want to live in a state. I want to live in a world where the Postmaster General has a key role.
That's awesome. I can't believe I made that up.
Vinny fact.
Yeah.
I am just gonna give it one quick Google and I'm gonna filibuster while I go.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what year, but it used to be a cabinet position.
Okay.
So
Postmaster General.
Yeah, the postmaster. So,
I have found it. 1970.
Yeah.
They removed the Postmaster General from the line of succession. I knew it used to be there. That's awesome. Fuck. Man, I was born 50 years too late. But yes, because I know they do the whole designated survivor thing too. Where like whenever there's a big event and people are there, they pick one person from the list and they're like, yeah, you can't go to this event.
Oh, it always has to be the Postmaster General.
Yeah, you're gonna sit in a bunker somewhere that no one knows where. So just in case like shit goes down and like, the whole government dies, we're gonna restart with you.
I wonder who it was last night.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Was Pence there?
Yep. Pence and Pelosi were both. I feel like they're always there. So maybe they're exempt. They're not allowed to be designated survivor.
They honestly, truthfully, they might have like too important of a figurehead position. I mean, they don't do anything, but
they might go from 5 through 17. outside of the top 5. They're like, all right, one of you guys is gonna be
the Secretary of Agriculture.
Yeah.
Because farming, really has a lot to do.
Yeah.
Being the president. Crack an egg, bet you can't.
Oh man, so that's that. Sticking with the theme, I guess, of shitty politics. Congressman Tim Ryan, I don't know who that is. A quick Google search would probably be able to tell me. Tim Ryan, Congressman. He is an American politician, former presidential candidate. When the fuck did he run? Who cares? He is a U.S. representative from Ohio's 13th congressional district.
We have a lot of people in Ohio, right?
3, yeah.
All right, for Ohio.
I am assuming he is a Democrat. Because, yes, he is a member of the Democratic Party. All right, so good old Tim Ryan makes a tweet during the State of the Union. And he goes, I just walked out of the hashtag State of the Union. I've had enough. It's like watching professional wrestling. It's all fake. So, enter Glenn Jacobs, also known as Kane.
Yep.
From the WWE.
Undertaker's brother.
Yep. Who is now a mayor of a town somewhere in
really?
the U.S.
Oh, really? It's somewhere? That's so weird.
Somewhere in East Tennessee.
Gross.
Knox County.
Is he from there?
He's the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee.
Oh, Kane is. I thought he was on Undertaker. I'm like,
because
I know Kane is.
Kane is, yeah. No, Glenn Jacobs.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's from Tennessee.
So Tim Ryan makes that tweet. Enter Glenn Jacobs, a.k.a. Kane. Sir, your statement is emblematic of the out-of-touch elitism so typical of Washington that has alienated countless everyday Americans. Professional wrestling brings joy to millions around the world. Politicians like yourself usually bring nothing but misery. That might be one of the greatest tweets that I've heard read in a long time.
We should get it framed.
I kind of want to frame it, actually. That's a thought that I had when I first read it. I was like, oh my god, imagine just fucking framing this thing and just putting it on the wall.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. So then Mick Foley, who we talked about before, retweeted Glenn Jacobs doing
Was
that.
it Mick Foley or Mankind?
No, it's at Real Mick Foley.
Okay, it's Mick Foley.
So then Glenn Jacobs responds to the retweet and goes, despite our political differences, at Real Mick Foley and I can both agree when it comes to pompous, sanctimonious elitists. By the way, despite those differences, Mick is one of the best people I know. Maybe Congress could learn a little bit from us. Talk about burn after burn.
Can you imagine Mick Foley as a congressman? Or just like involved in politics?
Actually I can. That would be amazing.
He would, I mean, like, would he ever have a shirt tucked in?
No.
Would they allow him to wear those wrestling tights with his button-up shirt?
Would they make him fix his teeth? Because he's missing quite a few teeth.
I don't think he has any left. That guy has been through every fucking injury.
Yes.
Kane threw him off a fucking cage, right?
Probably. I know Undertaker did. Undertaker choke slammed him through the top of the Hell in the Cell, and he fell on the tacks. Yeah.
Who threw him off?
Might have been Kane.
Might have been Triple H.
Yeah.
Really, it could have been anyone.
Yeah.
Stone Cold could have thrown him off for all I know.
I know.
The Rock. They went at it a while.
Fucking, what's her name? Shit. What was that old bitch's name?
Sable?
No, like the really old one.
Oh God.
You know the ones I'm talking about?
Fabulous Moolah?
Yeah, there were two of them.
Mae Young?
And Mae Young, yeah, she could have fucking thrown him off. Like, that guy probably fell off a Hell in a Cell like 18 times in his career.
Off, through.
Yeah.
That guy used to always have tacks, and he always ended up with them in his back. Every time.
That's actually so true.
He always had tacks.
He was always the one that laid them out as if he was going to throw the other guy on it, and he
always ended up
on top of him.
What a fucking motherfucker. And he knew he was always going to end up in
it. Yeah, absolutely.
It's like, all right, Mick, you're gonna grab some tacks again. All right, I'm gonna need an extra half a Percocet for this one.
yeah, exactly.
Have a nice day.
Could you imagine if Kane was the mayor of like your town? How fucking sick would that be? You just have a giant human being.
Not as sick as it sounds.
Yeah. Because
what's he gonna do? Chokeslam people?
I hope so.
What's he gonna do? Throw you in the tombstone?
You haven't paid your taxes. Just chokeslam people.
Well, we arrested you for drunk driving, and around here there's no jail time, but you have to have an Inferno match with me.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, what's it gonna be? It sounds like he's intelligent. He knows what's going on. I'm sure it's a very well-run town.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Like, I'm sure that's where it ends.
But yeah, I thought that was great that he chirped at that. So I think I'm hoping that we're finally getting to the point where real people are getting fed up with the antics and the drama of politics, and like in particular the left wing, but that doesn't mean that the right wing doesn't have some fucking drama and stupid bullshit on that side either. But because of the way the media works, the left sees way more fucking media time, and they think that like what they're doing and everything they're doing is fine, and it's not a big deal, so they just cover it all the time. They think everyone's on their side, essentially. I'm hoping that we're finally getting to the point where people are like, no, enough with your bullshit. I'm sick of this. Get the fuck out of my face. Get away from me with this bullshit. Because I guarantee you this guy, Congressman Tim Ryan, when he tweeted that, just walked out of the State of the Union, had enough. It's like watching professional wrestling. It's all fake. He thought that everyone was going to he was going to create a groundswell of support, being like, yeah, it doesn't matter that Trump's not impeached because he's still #not my president. Yeah, go fucking Democrat. And no. And I'm pretty sure everyone was like, dude, shut the fuck up. You're a child. You're supposed to be a congressman, and you just you admitted to walking out of the State of the Union? Are you 12?
What did you expect?
But
what did you expect when you showed up?
Yeah.
Did you expect it to be different?
Right. And like that, now the response to Nancy Pelosi acting like a child, ripping it up. Like, I'm hoping that we're getting closer to the point where everyone just gets fed up with the bullshit and we just get rid of the bullshit.
It's all. See, the thing is, like, I would actually like to know what voter turnout's gonna be kind of like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't tell if it's gonna be high or if it's gonna be ridiculously low.
I'll tell you. I'm pretty sure I've said it on the show. Unless Tulsi Gabbard is running for the Democrats, I'm voting for Trump. I don't give a fuck. I didn't vote for him the first time, but I'll vote for him now. My vote doesn't matter because we live in Massachusetts and it's gonna go blue. But
we don't matter.
I don't give a fuck.
I just like wonder. It's like, are people just gonna be like so fucking done with politics in general?
I fucking hope so.
That they're just gonna be like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Or are they gonna go, this is so dumb, I'm just gonna vote for like whatever.
Yeah. I'm gonna vote for Jill Stein.
Well, the way I look at it,
the Green Rainbow Party.
Well, I was gonna say I might. I don't know how to get registered in Mansfield. I don't know if I want to do it. Might be too much, but
I think you can do it online.
Yeah, like I said, too much. I could be registered. I don't really even know. I have no clue. But it's like, do I really want to show up to vote for Vermin Supreme?
As a write-in?
I don't want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Waste of my time. Like I said, my vote doesn't matter, so what do I care?
Right.
And then to anyone that says my vote does matter, oh fuck, dude, what if I get it wrong?
Yeah.
What if I fuck it up?
Yeah.
Well, you're not gonna fuck it up. Why? Well, it's just one vote. Oh, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
No, it's important. I go, but what if I fuck it up? Well, you can't fuck it up. Like, you just said it was important.
Yeah, what if I vote for the wrong side?
It makes people so.
What if I vote for the losing side? That's the wrong side.
What if I do the wrong? Like, what if I vote for the wrong person? Yeah. Well, you can't vote for the wrong person. Then why does it matter?
Right.
That makes people so mad.
Yeah.
Especially people who like politics.
Yeah. People suck.
It's great. The hot takes about politics are even better.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Canada.
Good.
Have fun.
Do you need help backing?
Don't forget your toque.
Yeah. I hear Modine's is great.
Or maybe on the third one by now, but
yeah. Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. We're done here. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Thank you for listening wherever you are, whatever podcast streaming service you're using. Subscribe there. If you're on iTunes too, subscribe. Leave us a review. Write a good review. Leave 5 stars too. And hopefully eventually we get to the point where, maybe we get a sponsor or two. I don't know. What the fuck do I know? Shout out to all the listeners out there too, all across the globe. And keep spreading the word. Keep telling everybody you know. And we are on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.